Time now for the Morning Rush. We start with the big talk for UNM sports. Here's News 13's Sarah Yingling.
Next move, this after the UNM Board of Regents votes to eliminate 4 sports representing the university. Men's soccer, men's and women's skiing, and beach volleyball. The decision made to help UNM athletics out of nearly $5 million deficit that it racked up under the previous athletic administration. That money borrowed for things like coach payouts and lower than expected revenues. The student scholarships will be honored and coaches will be paid through the end of their contracts. But it's likely that many of the players will start looking to transfer.
On to the news for you. Student athletes on those teams will not be the only ones affected. UNM also cutting spots on the men's cross country team, men's indoor and outdoor track team, and phasing out diving. Athletic Director Eddie Nunez says the department needs to cut more than $3 million a year, so it won't have to keep borrowing money from the university. New details now. Investigators staying tight-lipped on details surrounding the 4th suspect in the brutal rape and murder of 10-year-old Victoria Martins. Recently, News 13 learned male DNA discovered on Victoria's body does not belong to Gonzalez. A recent court motion now sealing certain documents to keep any information referring to the mystery 4th suspect confidential. Kristen.
We're still talking spotty storms up over the northern and western higher terrain today. Nothing in the way of widespread showers or storms just yet, but Albuquerque can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm or a shower coming in this afternoon. But the heat, the bigger story, widespread 90s and low 100s. Crystal?
Next time you go to a high school sporting event, you may see a crackdown on rowdy fan behavior. The New Mexico Athletics Association is stepping in to punish people who get out of line at games instead of just leaving it up to schools. People in violation of these rules will be placed on probation or a suspension for 180 days. The new rules will be enforced on a case-by-case basis. On to new news this morning. Lawmakers continuing to try to find new ways to fund early childhood education. In Santa Fe, education experts are pushing to expand pre-K classes throughout the state. Lawmakers will team up with the National Conference of State Legislators and the Kellogg Foundation to explore funding options. On to new details. There could soon be a second U.S.-Russia summit. President Trump apparently inviting Russian President Vladimir Putin to Washington for another face-to-face meeting. This news coming less than 1 week since the 2 world leaders sat down in Helsinki. The news announced via Twitter caught many U.S. officials by surprise. Lawmakers now saying more transparency needs to come from this summit should it happen. No word yet on if Putin has accepted the invite. Just some breaking overnight news for you. The search continues for several people still missing after a tourist boat capsized on the Missouri Lake. So far, authorities now confirming that more than a dozen people are confirmed dead, some of them children. According to the local county sheriff, several people remain missing. 14 people did survive this. They were taken to area hospitals for a variety of injuries. According to officials, stormy weather caused the boat to capsize and sink. This morning, NTSB investigators are already on scene. This morning, the cleanup begins after storms slammed the Midwest. Take a look at the video here. A multitude of tornadoes sweeping through central Iowa yesterday, leveling 3 cities, forcing hospital evacuations and injuring at least 17 people. A manufacturing plant also hit especially hard. 400 people were inside the structure as it was hit by that tornado. Only a handful of people suffered minor injuries there. That's remarkable. It's back to the drawing board for the city and the developer and the rail yards as they come up with a timeline to clean up the north end of the property. The bigger question this morning is, where will the city get the money for the major project? Yesterday, Scimitar, the developer, told city officials they're not going to foot that bill that's estimated to be between $7 to $10 million. The developer is claiming the city is legally liable for the cleanup, something the city says it did not expect. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index at 3, watching for that isolated storm chance, but it's going to be the heat that has our biggest focus, considering we're talking 98 degrees here in the metro, mostly to partly sunny skies on top, winds less than 15 miles per hour. Crystal?
To news happening right now. Ninja Warriors getting ready for the next round of competition here in Albuquerque. All of them testing their skills at La Cueva High School. For many of these ninjas, this is not the first time they've competed at this level. Many have been on the hit TV show American Ninja Warrior. The CEO for Ultimate Ninja Athlete told News 13 that amateurs and kids also qualify to compete. The top 10 ninjas will compete in the finals come Saturday. Good luck to all of you. Looking ahead for you, tomorrow you can catch a glimpse of some rare footage of how scientists lived during the development of the first atomic bomb in New Mexico. It's all part of a new Smithsonian documentary documentary titled America in Color. Tight security surrounding the Manhattan Project kept documentation to a minimum, but one physicist got permission to shoot home movies of the property as long as he stayed away from the work being done. The Smithsonian Channel's website says it's set to air tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. On to new details now. A new Route 66 museum is in the works, but it is not anywhere near the current road. Well, being built in Los Lunas, that's where it's going to be. The village still has 1930s artifacts, photos, and stories they want to showcase. If all goes according to plan, the museum will be built near the Luna Mansion. The village recently got a $25,000 grant for the project. That Route 66 was actually rerouted through Albuquerque decades ago. Kristen.
Time now for a check on traffic. As we were telling you earlier, we do have a couple streets in southeast Albuquerque shut down because of police activity. That's Bell and Grove, so avoid that area. Everything else looks good on the map as far as what's going on in the Big Eye. Just a few balloons, but nothing major.
All right, happening right now, state's largest splash pad set to open today. The South Valley Splash Pad features water slides, interactive sprays, and water cannons. Officials say it's giving kids in the South Valley more options for activities this summer. A ribbon cutting is set to take place today at 11:30. That's this morning. It's free to the public and will include complimentary hot dogs and a lot of giveaways. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Time now 6:52. Final check on that Friday day planner. Temperature around 90 by the noon hour. 98 degrees is a forecast high today. The record stands at 102. We'll see a mix of sunshine and cloud cover today. Our rain chances, though, not great. Isolated outside of the mountain areas. We'll go spotty for northern and western New Mexico, but it's not going to be widespread. Eastern areas, you're just going to be left with the heat. We're talking 100 plus, not only today, but over the weekend too. Hot temperatures continue with high pressure in control. A few spotty storms as we get you into the northern and western higher terrain. Then comes next week. We've got a cold front moving in Sunday into Monday. It's bringing in some deep moisture. That's going to help recharge our rain chances as we get into early next week. And this will primarily be for central and eastern New Mexico. Western areas isolated and coverage. But the good news is it's also going to bring a drop in temperatures, all that moisture coming in. So relief on the way, but a hot weekend ahead.
All right, time for the 5 facts.
We'll start with number 5. Ninja warriors from around the world are getting ready for their preliminary round of competition here in Albuquerque today. All of them hoping to become the next Ultimate Ninja World Champion. They're going to test their skills at La Cueva High School. For many of these ninjas, this isn't their first time competing at this level. You've likely seen some of those competitors on the hit TV show American Ninja Warrior. Get this, the CEO for the Ultimate Ninja Athlete told us that amateurs and kids also qualified to compete. The top 10 ninjas will compete in the finals on Saturday.
Whew, good luck to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 4 now, the next time you go to a high school sporting event, you may see a crackdown on rowdy fan behavior. The New Mexico Athletics Association is stepping in to punish people who get out of line at games. New rules now allow the NMAA to step in to punish teams and fans instead of leaving it up to the schools. A school, student, or even a parent could be placed on probation or suspension for 180 school days.
At number 3, temperature-wise, we're warming above average for the next several days. You see they're upper 90s, even closer to 100 in downtown Albuquerque this weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, significant storm chances from that cold front we just talked about. Temperature-wise, falling to the low 90s over the early part of next week, and our overnights pretty comfortable, low 70s for the next 6 to 7 nights.
Number 2 now, this morning investigators staying tight-lipped on details surrounding the 4th suspect in the brutal rape and murder of 10-year-old Victoria Martins. So tight-lipped, they've sealed the documents connected to suspect Fabian Gonzalez. Recently, News 13 learned male DNA discovered on Victoria's body does not belong to Gonzalez. A recent court motion now sealing certain documents to keep any information referring to the mystery 4th suspect confidential. Number 1 now, UNM shakeup. 63 UNM student athletes waking up this morning, likely weighing their options, knowing their future at UNM is coming to an end. This after a stunning decision from the university's Board of Regents to cut 4 sports from the athletic department. Men's soccer, men's and women's skiing, and women's beach volleyball all cut. The Regents saying this is the only way to shore up a multi-million-dollar debt that the athletics department found itself in after coach payouts and low revenues. The students will keep their scholarships until the decision goes into effect July 2019. It's likely, though, many of them will start looking to transfer out. Of course, we'll stay on top of this developing story for you, bringing you the very latest right here on KRQE News 13.